Okej, no to od czego zaczynamy? Od mężczyzny w czerwieni? Czemu nie? Czy widziałeś gościa w czerwieni?
Anything about a weird bald guy dressed in red around here?
You're joking, right?
Oh, never mind.
Okej. Potasiarzu. Kościół Świętej Trójcy.
Nah, I don't want to ask him about that.
Dlaczego nie? Urazy.
Nah, I don't want to ask.
Dlaczego nie? A Lili?
I don't need to ask him that.
God damn it. Okej, a
Hey,
to?
Lenny, do you recognize this flower?
Yeah, I accidentally inhaled pollen from one of them when I was a kid. I remember being sick.
Czy grałem w Oxenfree?
for
Tak.
days.
Scary. Where did
Dawno
you come
temu
across this
przechodziliśmy tę
flower?
grę.
Somewhere in Conwell Woods. Not sure where exactly.
No, widzieliśmy ten kwiat, ale nie chcesz go podnieść, bo jest chroniony.
Do you know what this is?
I have no idea. Looks creepy, whatever it is. Where did you get it?
Grandpa had it hidden away in the attic.
Probably for a good reason then. Be careful out there.
No to kurde, ludzie lipsko, no bo chyba o to się pyta...
Not really. Sorry.
O, to się nie pytałem. Ciekawe.
I don't want to.
Fajki?
I don't want. I probably shouldn't. He might ask where I got it from. I don't want to.
No to co, to chyba wszystko, kurde, okej.
Well,
Jakby odrobinę utknęliśmy, nie jestem pewien co dalej. Pogadamy jeszcze z tym gościem. A kto to? Pogadaj. Może on coś będzie wiedział.
Mind if I ask you a few more questions?
If you must.
O, wow. Mężczyzna w
Do
czerwieni.
you know anything about a weird bald guy dressed in red around here?
What the hell are you talking about?
Never mind.
O, nikt nie chce nam powiedzieć? O niczym istotnym? Kościół Świętej Trójcy.
I don't need to ask him that.
Dlaczego nie? Obrazy.
I don't need to ask him that.
Dlaczego nie? Tak pytasz o dziwne rzeczy ludzi.
I don't need to ask.
O wow.
I don't need to ask. I don't need to ask him that.
Oh my god.
Do you recognize this flower?
Matter of fact, I do. It's a local endangered plant with mild narcotic properties.
Dobrze słyszycie grę, ludzie?
Have you come across any users in the area?
Sure, but it's a bit tricky to do
Cześć,
anything
Skandal.
about it. Using it as a substance is technically illegal.
Ah, so the illegal part is picking it in the first place.
Yes, knowingly picking the flower is a crime, according to the Endangered Species Act of 1973.
Gotcha. Thanks. He's new in town. I don't think he knows those men.
Okej, to nie pytałem się o to. Pokażmy mu zdjęciem.
Do you know what this is?
It's just some kids playing pranks with flashlights.
That's all for now.
Nie mamy nic więcej. Okej, dzieciaka nie ma. On rysował tego gościa w czerwieni. Wiemy, że... no kwiatek pewnie by się nam przydał.
How's the paperwork coming along, Lenny?
Zobaczmy, czy coś jest na...
Maybe halfway through.
w magazynie, może jest coś, co nam by się tu przydało. Nie wiem, tą pielęgniarkę powinniśmy jakoś... jakieś jej uwagę odwrócić, ale nie wiem jak. Pójdę na
An
narzędzie.
axe, a sledge.
Ciężkie narzędzie.
Brilliant idea to leave those lying around. Too heavy to carry.
Szafka z dowodami?
I'll need a key.
Kurde, może ten klucz otwiera szafkę z dowodami?
I don't see how those things work.
Okej. Tu na
Just a
półce.
bunch of boxes filled with office supplies. A jail.
No, wychodzimy stąd. Nie mam pojęcia co dalej. Pamiętasz? Zobaczmy, czy coś tam się zmieniło. Jedna postać z Dextera z twarzy. Angela? A, nic się nie zmieniło.
Conwell Spring. I never.
Totalnie. Kurde, Dexter to był fajny serial przez chwilę, nie?
Mausoleum. Isaac's family must be pretty rich. Those things don't come cheap.
Może powinniśmy do kogoś zadzwonić? Dobra, jestem zgubiony, nie wiem co zrobić. Naprawdę nie wiem co zrobić w tym momencie. A, w sumie? Może. Może? Simpson? Właśnie. Może rzeczywiście będzie chciała go zerwać, ale... O.
It's endangered. I'm not gonna take it without a really good reason.
Chcę mieć wizję. Odpalmy go. Tutaj dalej się nic nie zmieniło. Sprawdzałeś. Może chłopak wrócił? Później do kliniki wrócimy i spróbujemy coś wykombinować tam, bo... No chyba, że tutaj coś jeszcze można na zewnątrz zrobić. Pety, jezioro... Nie. Mewa, okno.
I can see someone move. Oh, it's you.
Hejo. Nie pojawił się z powrotem.
It's an early painting by Lily Myers.
Szkoda, że go nie możemy oglądnąć. Co jest napisane? Na tym rysunku jakie tam były postacie? On sam. Lily. Czerwony pan. O, Tuldren z półrocznym subem. Dziękuję ci, Tuldren, bardzo mi miło. Co tam słychać z ciebie? Hejo!
We already talked about.
Dobra, wszystko jest pokazywane mniej, nie?
I think I'm gonna. Sure.
Sugestie ludzie? Zacząłem się kompletnie. Kurde, może telefon? Że mam z kimś pogadać przez telefon? Straszyłeś się? Zwykle ja się tego... zwykle ja mam mikrozawały, jak to wyskakuje. Myślę, że tym razem ktoś inny dostał. A, może spróbujemy coś z telefonem zrobić. Co mi zasypiasz na streamie? Idź spać, człowieku. Nie ma tutaj spania. Mężczyznę w czerwieni poszukajmy.
Nothing like.
Dobra, pogadajmy z naszą współlokatorką.
I don't need to call E right now. We'll catch up tonight.
Cześć kogoś.
McConnell Air Force Base, how can I help you?
Hi. I was just wondering if you had time to answer a few questions.
Sure thing, ma'am. Ask away.
Okej, mężczyzna w czerwieni.
I don't see a reason to.
Okej. Kościół święty.
I don't see a.
Obrazy.
I don't see a.
Lily.
I don't see a.
Kurde, nic nowego.
All right, that's.
Goodbye, ma'am.
Czego nam brakuje? Do kogo z kim powinniśmy pogadać, no? Z hakerem, kurde? Wątpię. Pewnie gdybym nie zrobił przerwy wczoraj z dziś,
Hi, this is Kathy Rain.
byśmy wiedzieli mniej więcej, co mamy robić dalej.
I don't need to ask.
Też nie chcę
Okay. Very well.
dać. Nie wiem, no haker... Może haker będzie coś wiedział. Może będzie nam w stanie pomóc jakoś. Czemu nas tutaj gra wróciła tylko po domku?
Nice surprise you left me in the VoiceForge program, asshole.
What the heck are you babbling about?
You know exactly
No,
what
zaczyna
I'm
mieć
talking
halucynacje
about.
jakieś? Może
You are one sick
tych
puppy.
kwiatów właśnie.
I don't know which pill you forgot to take today, but I don't have time for this shit. I'm gone.
O. Tyle co? Clyde z IT.
It's a photo of
Wszystkie zdjęcia
a wedding photo. They
sprawdzaliśmy.
look younger than I am now. Some kind of winter forest scene. I've always wondered if it's supposed to be Conwell Woods or not.
Jeszcze poczekajcie z podpowiedzią. Ale dziękuję za ten, za to, że tego nie robicie. Zwykle to kurde jest dramat.
live in different worlds.
Tego znowu myk.
Oh,
Ejo, babcia.
mind if we talk?
Not at all.
Coś nowego tutaj jest, mężczyzna.
I don't see a reason to.
Naprawdę nie widzisz powodu, żeby zapytać się o mężczyznę w czerwieni? To jest sama ława, kanapa, okno, miniaturowy samolot.
Looks like the rain finally stopped.
Aha. Nie wiem, ja bym tutaj czegoś szukał, bo tutaj nas gra cofnęła, ale...
Nice black leather coat. Right up my alley.
To jest takie, że kurde, nic nie
A
widzę.
mere single pair of boots on display. Boy, do we live in different worlds. An old wheelchair. Not too dusty. Probably used recently.
Wszystko...
I wonder why Grandpa ended up in that thing.
Połącz spinacz z
That's a
randolem.
joke, you know.
Wow. Samo osiągnięcie.
A small table lamp.
Nowe 4 kółka.
Dogfighting. Grandpa used to love that stuff.
Zawsze się boję, jak gram w przygodówki, że dotrę do miejsca, gdzie jest pixel hunting i ogólnie łączenie każdego przedmiotu z każdym i modlenie się o to, żeby coś zadziałało. Problem jest taki, że tutaj kurde już wszystko sprawdzałem, no.
Just some old bills. Nothing interesting.
Kurde, co nam
An
omyka?
old typewriter covered.
No, filiżanka kawy. Nie trzeba, dzięki. Ja gram, to sprawdzaliśmy, nic nie chcę.
Various books and op.
No nie wiem. Jak myślicie, jest jakiś sposób na przepędzenie tej pielęgniarki? Może jest, nie? Moglibyśmy zadzwonić do... Klikam. Jaki? Co tutaj
Yeah.
jest problemem? Guber, może ty wiesz coś o mężczyźnie w czerwieni?
Hey, doofus.
Oh, hi.
Mhm.
I had a few more.
Fire away.
Mężczyzna.
I don't need to ask.
O, nie chcę gadać ze mną o mężczyźnie w
Do you know
czerwieni.
any?
It's red.
Prawda?
Do you know what?
Chinese fireworks. These. I'm
Też widzieliśmy, dziwne.
Okay.
alrighty.
Okay.
Wygląda... Dziwne, że nie możemy jego wykorzystać, żeby odwrócić uwagę pielęgniarki samej.
Smoking allowed. Was expecting plastic. Rows and columns of. Again? No thanks. I'm an app. A computer. They likely keep records of their patients on it.
No właśnie.
I prefer to smoke outdoors.
No to smutno.
I can't read it from here. I can't read it.
Okej. W ogóle jesteś w stanie przeczytać? Nie. Jeszcze raz na piętro.
No point. I wouldn't even know what room to go.
Nie wiem, może mam jeszcze bardziej ją napastować tym bezdomnym z zewnątrz?
Hey, doofus.
Oh, hi. What about it?
Oh.
Not the.
Hey.
Sure. Any.
Wszystko sprawdzaliśmy, nie? Dosłownie każdą opcję.
Natural ball.
Bald move. You've been such a good friend. I can't thank you.
Pretty sure she would have.
Making me whole again. Turn this scalp
Again?
into a breathtaking golden carpet, such as the
I
world
don't
has
wanna-
never seen.
Chcesz przerywać występu, co?
I'm counting down now. 10,
She
9,
looks bored out of her mouth.
8,
Się,
7,
to nic nie daje, no.
6.
Może paralizatorem go.
Thank you.
Good
You've
idea,
been a great
but
audience.
it wouldn't match him.
O, ludzie, dobra, jestem otwarty na sugestie, bo w tym momencie nie wiem. Prawda, nie wiem. Jakiś pomysł, zobacz, czy ja tutaj widzę, że jest... Możemy iść dalej? Nieważne, czekajcie, już myślałem. O czym ta gra? Rozwiązujemy zagadkę pewnej miejscowości, śmierci dziadka i tak dalej. Więc może sprawdź paralizator przy innym występie? W sumie racja.
Hey, dude.
Oh, hi.
Tylko które? Gra zawsze w biznesie.
Give me the rundown on the.
A lighthearted comedy taking place during the surprise birthday party of a 34-year. The story is told from 8 different perspectives to keep the movie ends with the biggest surprise of them all. Sid suddenly dies.
O! To będzie to. Dobra.
Oh.
Not the
Występ na żywo i pod...
How about
business.
To pasuje, nie? Nagła śmierć? Może.
I can't believe you guys did all this for me. You know, what's this smell? Bacon? Oh, Bobby, my head hurts.
nurse? He's seizing. Oh shit.
Wow.
Man, I feel like a total jackass. I'll have to make it up to the poor guy later.
Biedny gościu. Wow. Holy shit. Wow. Jak to działało? Wyciągnij hasło administratora. Użytkownik C. Mendes. Otorgador. C. Mendes Otorgador. Zapamiętaliście czaty? C. Mendes Ups. Otorgador? Dobrze? Wow. Pokój, brak danych. Nazwa. Kogo szukamy? Jak się ten gość nazywał? Jak on miał nazwisko, to jest na cholerę? Notatnik. Ups. Czytaj notatnik. Wade. Nie? Charles Wade. 24. O. Pacjent przeszedł pomyślnie nieinwazyjną operację serca. Następnie na własne życzenie został przewieziony do tej placówki. Według wstępnych prognoz pacjent ma szansę wrócić do zdrowia w czasie od 6 do 8 tygodni. O. Pokój 6B. Stan stabilny.
Rows and columns of 5.
Wszystko myślicie? O. Admin, ta. Co o nas?
It's all right, Claude. Understood, sir.
Co nas kasowała z tych...
So, you managed to
Notatek.
find me.
I did.
Charlesa?
Let's get this over with then. How do you want your pictures? Shall I get some tubes to fill my face with? Will that suffice for your...
Myślisz, że jesteśmy reporterem?
I'm no journalist. Well, not yet anyway.
She's but a cub. So, you're hoping for your big break. Surely this must be worth an internship at one of the big papers. Do you want me to call Thompson at the Times and get it over with? I still play golf with him every once in a while.
Przepraszam, ludzie. No, zbyt wiele zakłada pan z góry, panie Wade.
You're assuming a lot, Mr. Wade.
Guilty as charged. It's a stance I find remarkably effective for a man with little time and a tendency to be correct.
You might want to rethink that attitude. I have a history of surprising people.
Is that so? Very well, I'll indulge you for now. Who are you then?
I'm Kathy Rain. Joseph was my grandfather.
Now I remember. You were at the funeral.
I was.
You were late.
I needed my morning smoke. Besides, it's not like Grandpa was going anywhere.
Oh, just look at her, Claude. She's absolutely fearless. That's Joseph's blood running through her veins.
She certainly has a smart mouth, sir.
I must say,
Wesker?
you have me intrigued, Kathy. What can this old man help you with?
No to kurde. Ludzie, mężczyzna w czerwieni. Zaczynamy.
I don't need to ask him about that.
Kurde, nikogo się nie chcesz o to pytać, a to jest najbardziej porąbana rzecz. Kościół Świętej Trójcy.
What can you tell me about the Church of the Holy Trinity?
They seem like any other church to me. But then again, I'm not their usual clientele. Weddings, baptisms, and funerals are just about what I can muster. And I always leave early.
Obrazy linii.
You bought a number of paintings by Lily Myers. Why?
I'm known to dabble in art from time to time. Martha, my wife at the time, was enamored with the paintings. I believe she first saw them at the high school which the Myers girl attended. Anyway, after the poor girl killed herself, I bought the paintings speculatively. When a young artist with any talent to speak of commits suicide, it can be a wet dream of certain connoisseurs. Shortly after procuring the art, I had it valued by an expert who determined that the value was 3 times the amount I bought it for. Today, I'm sure I would have made my money back tenfold or more if it wasn't for the art theft.
What art theft?
There was a burglary at the mansion I used to own here in town. It was all over the local news at the time.
Well, shit.
Eloquently put.
Chojrak. O. Obrazy linii skradzione.
Can you tell me about the art theft?
Well, somebody broke in, stole the paintings, and got out. Fairly clumsy job. Lots of broken windows. The strangest thing was that I had a Monet, a Rembrandt, and 2 paintings by Picasso, untouched. But every single painting by an unknown local artist, gone.
That can't be a coincidence.
Agreed. Somebody wanted those paintings badly.
I assume there was an investigation.
Wow.
Yes, Sheriff Truman came by with his deputy a few hours later, but they didn't have much luck. They found a few hairs, which turned out to be from Ruffles, the family dog.
Some stunning police work right there.
Indeed. There was a single witness, though, who said he could make out multiple burglars leaving the scene of the crime, but nothing more than that.
So, I take it the case was closed?
Yes. I honestly didn't care much one way or the other, given the fact that my most expensive pieces were safe and sound.
I think I'll have a chat with the sheriff about the matter, if that's okay with you.
Certainly. I'll call ahead and instruct him to give you everything you need.
O.
That'd be great. Thanks, Charles.
Anytime. But I'm curious, what's your interest in the paintings?
I've learned that my grandfather went to Sue and asked to see them, right before he had his injury.
Is that so? Strange.
Czy mam jakiś typ gier, których nie lubię? Sportowe? Może. Pseudonim Chojrak.
Do you recognize the call sign Cocky?
Would be strange if I didn't, since I was the one who coined it. It belongs to a fellow named Jimmy Cochran. He was a coward, really. The nickname is somewhat of a bad joke.
Jimmy, co?
Perfect. Thanks.
Mówisz, że nie ufasz starym ludziom? Jimmy.
Tell me about Jimmy Cochran. Is he still alive?
In a literal sense. He's been held in a mental institution for years.
Let me guess. Since 81?
Either 82 or 83. I'm fairly certain it was early 83.
Do you remember the name of the institution?
Something starting with an E.
Emerson.
Everton or similar.
Ingstrom? Ingstrom Psychiatric Hospital?
Yes, that's the one. You know the place, Kathy.
Powiedz mu prawdę o mamie.
I do. My mother is in there. Sharon Evans? I had her committed about a year ago.
I see. It must have taken a lot of courage to do that, Kathy. Mothers have a lot of power over us. More than most of us care to admit.
I guess
Yeah.
so. Do you know why Jimmy ended up in there?
Some obsessive-compulsive syndrome. He became fixated with circles and started hurting himself, trying to scratch the circles out of his head.
Creepy. I wonder what set him off. I think I'll check the place out tomorrow. Too late to head back to the
Boże,
city
ja
now.
myślałem, że ja mam autodestrukcyjne ciągoty.
You bought a number of paintings by Lily Myers. Why?
Dosłownie się o to
I'm
pytaliśmy
known to
wcześniej.
dabble in art from time to time. Martha, my wife at the time,
Ten sam
was
dialog
enamored
będzie?
with the paintings. I believe she first saw them at the... Anyway, after the poor girl killed herself, I bought... When a young artist with any talent to speak of commits suicide, it can be a wet dream of certain... Shortly after procuring the art, I had it today, I'm sure I would have...
What art theft? Well,
Wypadek w
do
81.
you know anything about what happened to my grandfather in 81?
I wish I did, Kathy. You must know I did everything in my power to help. How do you think Mary Elizabeth could afford all that expensive treatment? MRIs, neurologists, say what you will about Joseph. But he was never rich.
Strange. Grandma never mentioned that to me.
She's just too proud. At first she refused. She was convinced that I had an agenda, that there were strings attached.
And were there?
Don't be silly. Despite all that had happened, I still loved Joseph dearly. I wanted to help. People from places like this have a deeply rooted mistrust in the rich, passed on for generations. In her eyes, I had become one of them.
So that's all you know about the whole affair?
Are you implying that there's more to know? I left the diagnosis to the professionals. Mrs. Rain accepted the health care, but asked me to stay out of everything else. So I did.
I see. What can you tell me about your friendship with Grandpa?
Joseph was the best friend I ever had. We grew up together, married our high school sweethearts together, went to war together. I can't even begin to count the number of times he's saved my life. I repaid the favor once or twice, but he came up ahead, no doubt.
So, when did you two lose touch? I heard that something happened between you and him. What was it?
The truth is, Brian Rain happened. Sharon Evans happened.
My parents?
Yes, they ruined everything with their vile, destructive behavior. I couldn't have that around my daughter or my newborn grandson. Joseph was naive. He believed that anyone could be helped, that anyone could be reasoned with, given a chance. He was just too good, bless him. He should have been harder on Brian, more strict.
Właśnie nie wiem, Jad, czy wrócę. Zobaczymy. Cześć, Mankey, hello. Witam cię, Euro Asian Elk, hello. Powiedz, że to nie była wina
It's
dziadka.
hardly Grandpa's fault. He did everything he could to set my
Dam ci
father
kapitalnie.
straight.
Oh, I never claimed to doubt Joseph's commitment, but I'm not going to ignore his flaws either. Your grandfather often used his heart when he should have used his head.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
I believe it is, objectively. But I shouldn't speak ill of the dead. Eventually, my company grew much too large for this little town, and we moved on. Not long after that, your grandfather ended up in that wheelchair. That marked the end of our friendship, for obvious reasons.
Do you know what this is?
A flower. Why don't you consult a botanist instead of bothering me with this nonsense?
Wow. Łe.
What do you see in this picture, Charles?
Czy gierka jest fajna?
Fireflies would
No
be
jest
my
fajna na
best
razie.
guess. They can grow terribly large around these parts.
O, takie duże? Okej.
Do you recognize this, Charles?
Of course. Your grandfather, me, Jimmy Cochran, taken shortly before we went to the war.
You guys look like you just won the lottery or something.
Indeed. We were mere children, with no concept of what we were getting into.
Może
Do you know what this key opens?
You must be truly desperate if you ask random people a question like that.
Dokładnie, nie mam pojęcia, co otwiera, no. To chyba wszystko, nie? Nie będziemy pokazywać fajek. Dyktafon.
I don't need to. I don't need. I don't. Thanks, Charles. That's all I need for now.
You're welcome, Kathy. Come back anytime.
Coś ma tutaj?
Just some boring landscape paintings. Looks
Gramofon?
like Wade brought some of his old tunes with him. Just
Obraz?
some boring land. I'd rather not.
Okej.
That guy is huge. I wonder how many cows he eats per day.
Miliony.
Private phone. Wade must get special privileges here.
Dobra, to gdzie teraz? Pojawi się nowa opcja, jeśli chodzi o podróż. Zobaczymy. Wychodzimy stąd. Nie wygląda na to. Cóż, chodzimy na komisariat, pogadamy o tych kradzieżach, nie? Mega dużo dialogów jest w tej grze.
Hello, Sheriff. Mind if I ask you a few more questions?
If you must.
Dobra, obrazy, dobra.
Do you know anything about the art theft in the Wade estate?
Yes, Mr. Wade phoned ahead about that. Lenny,
Yes, boss.
get the report from the burglary in the Wade estate back in '86.
On it, boss. There you go, Kathy.
Thanks, buddy.
Sprawdź raport policyjny. W rezydencji Wade'ów włączył się alarm. W tym czasie dom był pusty, a policję zawiadomili sąsiedzi. Kilka wybitych okien. Takie przeszukiwania posiadłości i jej okolicy nie znajdują śladów sprawców. Jedyny świadek rozpoznany jako Franklin Goldfarb głosił, że widział kilku włamywaczy uciekających z miejsca zdarzenia. Zniknęły obrazy o łącznej wartości $15,000. Poszukiwane obrazy jednak nie pokazały się w kręgach, które znane są ze sprzedaży kradzionych towarów. Dochodzenie zostaje zamknięte w związku z brakiem poszlak F. 26 już zamknęli je? Okej.
I gotta find this Goldfarb guy. Maybe he knows more about the burglary.
Franklin Gold.
Hey, Lenny.
Hello, Kathy.
Zobaczmy, czy coś wie na ten
Do you
temat.
know who Jimmy Cochran is?
Not really, Kathy. Sorry.
Brazylii?
Nah, I don't want to ask.
Okej.
Do
Ups.
you-
Dobra, Franklin.
Does the name Franklin Goldfarb mean anything to you?
Sounds familiar, but I can't place him.
No. Sam.
I'll hang on to it.
Okej.
Well,
See ya.
Zobaczmy, czy szeryf coś wie. Franklin Goldfarb.
hello, Sheriff.
Jimmy.
Do you know who Jimmy Cochran is?
Nope.
Franklin?
Does the name Franklin Goldfarb mean anything to you?
Never heard of him. Anything else?
To?
I'll hang on to it.
Okej.
That's all.
No, to chyba wszystko na razie. Kto może wiedzieć, kim był Franklin? Babcia? Właściwie każda postać może wiedzieć, gdzie mieszka Franklin. Do kogo idziemy o tym pogadać? Chyba najpewniejsza osoba to będzie sam poszkodowany, nie? Tego jest sąsiad. Jeszcze ci przypomina z wyglądu Stalina? Do księdza? Ksiądz też może wiedzieć.
Back again, I see.
I sure am.
Dokładnie, dobra, pogadajmy z Charlesem.
I have some more questions.
I'm listening.
Okej, Franklin.
Do you know who Franklin Goldfarb is?
I'm not familiar with that name.
No to kurde,
Thanks,
lipsko.
Charles.
You're
Ciekawe, czy
I can't read
pielęgniarka
it from here.
będzie się chciała odezwać do nas.
I don't have anything else to say to her.
Przypomina tego szeryfa z tego filmu, co gonili przez całą Stany ciężarówkę. Był film? Okay. Może kurde, nie ma bezdomnego już, F. Gdzie on się podział? Chciałem się właśnie jego spytać. Sąsiada jest dziwne, nie? Babcia. Mistrz kierownicy ucieka. Czy to jest serial z lat 90? Bo jeżeli tak, to możliwe, że to jest odwołanie do niego.
Oh, hello, dear.
Czy tam film z lat 90? Nie, to jest gra stylizowana na
Mind
starą
if we
grę.
talk for a bit, Grandma?
Not at all, dear. What's
No
on
tak,
your
prowadziliśmy go z paralizatorem. To pewnie leży gdzieś w którymś tym.
Does the name Franklin
pokoju.
Goldfarb mean anything to you?
mind? Oh, that poor man. He used to be an upstanding citizen, you know. Now he's constantly drinking and keeps babbling on about that imaginary acting career of his.
Sad thing. Do you know where I can find him?
W
He's
imaginowanej
homeless, dear.
karierze.
Lost his job a few years ago.
No proszę.
On his feet.
Okay, now I know who you're talking about. Thanks, Grandma.
No proszę.
Looks like I'm gonna have a chat with Goober.
Który kurde jest gdzie?
I don't see a reason to. Do you know who Jimmy Cochran is? He was a friend of Grandpa's.
I believe he teaches at the flight school these days.
I don't think so, at least not anymore. I was told he was placed in a mental facility.
Really? He always struck me as a kind man, maybe a bit nervous and on edge, but not crazy.
There's more.
Oh.
I found out that Jimmy asked Grandpa for help not long before Grandpa ended up in that wheelchair. Jimmy sounded really desperate. I'm sure what happened to Grandpa that night had something to do with his cry for help.
You should go find the man then. Surely he must know something.
That's the plan. I just wondered if there's anything else you think I should know about him.
Not really. We haven't stayed in touch since Joseph was injured. I know that he had a wife, Agatha, and a son, James. Agatha passed away from cancer years ago, but as far as I know, James still lives in the city with his family.
Okay, thanks, Grandma.
James.
Bye, Grandma.
So long.
Myślicie, naprawdę 2 godziny nam tylko zostały? Kurde. Taka gra. Właśnie, jestem ciekawy, kosmici Mankey, ja stawiam na kosmitów. Muszą to być kosmici, będę rozczarowany, jak to nie będą kosmici. Gdzie będzie nasz kolega bezdomny? Panie bezdomny, ups.
I need a word, Miss Mendez.
Wait, how do you know my name?
It's written on that board behind you, genius.
You have the eyesight of a bald eagle or something?
What can I say? I'm a freak of nature. What happened to Goober, anyway?
Who?
The guy who had the seizure?
Oh, he ran off somewhere. Kept babbling about
Oh.
a religious near-death experience.
Okay, thanks.
Może w takim razie w kościele będziemy. Czyli co, jak jesteśmy trochę ponad połowę, to gra ma 6 godzin? Gdzie jest kościółek? Kościół... Jest! To on? Yeah!
Goober, the friendly bum in denial.
Nice.
Hello again, Goober.
You again? Are you stalking me, girl? You pop up everywhere I go. I'll try to tone down the charm, but I can't promise anything.
Huh, yeah, you're quite the charmer.
I know. I just said that, man.
Listen, I feel kind of bad about the electrocution.
Oh, that's what it was. What a cherry on top of my stellar performance.
Yeah, it was pretty convincing.
So what brings you to the house of God? Come to repent?
I'm afraid that ship has long since sailed, buddy. I had a few things I wanted to ask you about, though.
Shoot, Missy.
Your real name is Franklin Goldfarb, right?
Oh, nobody calls me that.
Regardless, I know for a fact that you were a witness to a burglary a few years back at the Wade estate.
Yeah, what about it?
Why don't you tell me what you saw exactly?
I heard the alarm go off, glass breaking, then I saw 3 guys running away, carrying a bunch of stuff.
Jak oceniam
What did
Days
they look
Gone?
like?
It was dark, I don't know, they were definitely 3 big, bulky guys. They,
Poczekaj, aż stanie...
What?
Oh, nothing, that's it. Didn't see anything else.
Bullshit. Spit it out.
Well, one of those guys dropped his ring when running away. I sort of pawned it.
A ring? What kind of ring?
Platinum with an inscription. 2 letters, B something. Man, I don't remember. My photographic memory stopped working in 1979.
Which pawn shop was that?
Pete's Pawning and Plumbing. It closed down a long time ago, though. Owner left town. There's a coffee shop back there now.
Too bad. Guess that's a dead end. Thanks anyway. Didn't I see 2 letters fitting that description recently? Not on a building. It was something small.
Fuck. Jeszcze
I
raz.
already asked him about that. I should look into the ring with a B followed by another letter. Didn't I see 2 letters fitting that description recently?
Coś małego?
I should probably confront him directly about him being a witness. I don't need to ask. Okay.
See ya!
Hello, Isaac. I've got a few more questions.
I'm all ears, my child.
Do you know who Franklin Goldfarb is?
I am afraid not, my child.
Tutaj siedzi i gada.
This may sound strange, but have you heard of or seen a strange man dressed in red?
Only our Lord and Savior Jesus. Surely his rags were drenched in blood as he lay upon the cross.
That's not what I meant. I mean someone here in Conwell Springs.
Are you joking? I haven't seen a person like that, no.
Do you know anything about an art theft at the Wade estate in the 80s?
I have just a vague memory of reading about it in the paper.
Jimmy.
Do you know who Jimmy Cochran is?
I don't recognize.
Oh, fuck.
That's all I...
May the Lord...
Okej, coś małego i B. No nie wiem, no cmentarz, nie? Coś małego, B. Mam nadzieję, że tego nie widzieliśmy wczoraj, a pewnie widzieliśmy wczoraj, bo jakbyśmy to widzieli dzisiaj, to byśmy zapamiętali. No cóż. Ernest. Benjamin. No i było B. David. Lily Myers.
It says... No reason to... A family mausoleum.
Eric. Lisa. Joseph.
The grave is... I'm gonna find...
Gdzie widzieliśmy napis B? What?
A printed picture of...
Mam to w inventory XD. Zaraz. BH.
My trusty Zippo, running a bit low on fuel. There's a crude inscription, BH, which is a mystery to me. My trusty... The only thing my deadbeat dad left me. Oh. Mind if we talk for a bit, Grandma?
Not at all.
Coś nowego? Możemy pogadać o
I
zapalniczce?
don't want to show... Well, bye.
Mówicie, że jest jedna łamigłówka, której się prawie nie da przejść bez solucji? O, nie chciałem tu przyjeżdżać w sumie. Ups. Cudownie. Dajcie znać, jak na nią natrafimy. Znaczy, że trzeba zacząć robić randomowe rzeczy pewnie wtedy.
Hi, Goober.
Shoot!
Did the inscription on the ring look anything like this?
Wow, actually exactly like that.
BH.
Any idea what BH stands for?
Beehive, bet high, big head.
Okay, that's...
See ya.
Hello, Isaac. I've got...
I'm all ears.
BH?
Do you know what BH means? It's inscribed on this lighter.
I'm sorry, but no.
That's all I need.
May the
Daj mi się babci. Babiczka.
Oh.
Ejo.
Mind if we...
Not at all.
BH.
Do you recognize the acronym BH? It's on Dad's lighter.
Yes, dear, it means the Black Hats. They're those ruffians on motorcycles whom your father is associated with.
His biker gang. That makes sense.
Kto do niego należał? Black Hats.
What can you tell me about the Black Hats?
I refuse to talk about those hoodlums. They turned your father into a horrible person. You should stay far away from them, Kathy. They're awful people, just awful.
Okay.
See you later,
Take care.
Czy ten ksiądz wiedział cokolwiek? O roślince coś wiedział. No dobra, to pogadajmy z... Kto będzie jeszcze wiedział na temat Black Hats? Komisariat, policjanci? Wiedział o naszym panie i zbawcy? Tak. Jestem pewien, że z księdzem coś będzie jeszcze.
What's up?
Black Hats.
What can you tell me about the Black Hats?
They've caused us trouble from time to time, but they've been kind of quiet lately. We put a few of their captains in the slammer over the years, but we never managed to find enough dirt on their leader. Bo Brunson. Big Bo.
Bronson.
Do you know where I can find them?
Yeah, hold on. Let me just find a map.
O. Było
Got
szybkie.
it. Thanks.
Nice.
Well,
See ya.
Nice. Co, mamy nową miejscówkę? Ej, Black Hats. O kurde.
Sweet butt incoming!
like hell I am. I'm nobody's property.
You sure? Doesn't she look like a sweet butt? Little slut? I think she does.
Jesus. What the fuck?
Step off, creep.
Or what? You tell your daddy on me?
Będziesz zdrapywał swoje jaja z podłogi, pieprzona świnią? Myślisz, że potrzebuje tatusia, żeby skopać ci dupską? Lepiej ucz się szybko, dupku. Odpierdol się. No cóż.
Or you'll be scraping your balls off the floor, you fucking pig.
Oh, I love it when they play hard to get.
Let go of me!
Teraz będzie Jimmy, zostaw go! No, porozmawiaj. Później.
No time for that now.
Mam coś zrobić?
Let me go.
A, no tak, kurde, dobra. Paralizatorem gnoja.
What the hell's going on out here?
Nothing, Prez. Just having a bit of fun with this gash
Wyglądasz
here.
jak krasnolud.
I suggest you leash that dog of yours.
Sorry, boss. I'll
Oops.
go. Fuck, that hurt you, cunt.
Niemiłe.
He'll be disciplined for that.
He better be. I take it you're Bo?
I am. And who are you, darling?
Kathy Rain.
Bullshit. She lives in the city with her deranged mother. Who are you, really? Did the Vandals send you?
No, they didn't. I am Kathy Rain.
Prove it, then.
Well, I would, but I left my ID back home.
That's convenient. I think I've wasted enough time with you.
I need to figure out some proof.
Oh my god, really? A co my tu mamy? Motocyklista, sublardowe drzwi. Chodźmy do łazienki.
Not sure where that leads, but I don't think I have a reason to go in
Jak to
there.
nie? A nie chcę zobaczyć, co tam jest? Okej, to nie. Sublardowe?
I used to be a bit of a pool shark. Been a while though.
Nie. Motocyklista.
A member of this motorcycle club. I'd rather just talk to their leader.
Tylko z nim? Barman. Co jest za barman?
Impressive bar. These guys like to drink. He's the bartender here. Doesn't appear to be a club member. I'd rather just talk to their leader.
Okej. Zdjęcia.
Various pictures and mugshots of the club members. Some of them look pretty old. This club must have been around for a while.
Okej. Banner.
The Black Hats. I suppose the name comes from the old Western trope. My father's in one of these photos. I'm barely resisting the urge to rip it to shreds. 100% country music. Be still, my heart.
Motocykliści słuchają
Out of
country?
order. My ears are safe.
Nice. Dobra. Co?
I used to be a bit of a...
Okej. Możemy mu pokazać... paralizator. Go. Połącz paralizator z krasnoludem.
That won't convince him.
Jak to nie? Połącz zapalniczkę z krasnoludem.
This proof enough for you?
I'll be damned. That's Brian's lighter, all right. Sorry about the paranoia. We've had some problems with the Vandals lately.
I get it. Can't be too careful.
So, that's your ride out there. Corley Motors, right? 78?
76.
You got the same
Opa.
place as your old man. He always rode Corleys.
Probably the only thing he and I have in common.
Did you set up those mods yourself? Looks custom made for your, small frame.
Yeah, took some time to get the measurements right.
I imagine so. Girls like you don't often ride heavy bikes.
I'm not most girls.
Ain't that the truth? Most girls don't just waltz into places like this either.
I guess you'd know. Anyway, I had some questions for you in the club.
Go ahead, then. Your old man was a good brother, so I'll indulge you for now.
No to zaczynamy. O, wypadek
Do
81.
you know anything about what happened to Joseph Rain in 1981?
No, we had our differences, me and him, but that's a horrible fate for a man. I'd rather be dead than a vegetable.
So I take it you and him didn't get along.
No, I could write a book about that man. On one page I'd praise him, on the next I'd want to smash his skull in. He could be a real self-righteous prick when he wanted to, that's for sure. But everyone knew he was the real law around here. Truman was a tool. I respected Joseph, and he respected me, but he hated how Brian looked up to me. Joseph always blamed the club for the path Brian chose in life, even though it was just due to him being a shitty father.
Oprócz o wyjaśnienia.
You seriously thought Grandpa was a bad parent?
Everybody knew about it. People just tend to forget the bad qualities of men in wheelchairs. Joseph wasn't a saint. He saw everything black and white. He was only kind to whomever he considered to be good by his narrow moral standards. The ones who wouldn't fit in that small mold didn't get any chances. None whatsoever.
Lily Myers.
Do you know anything about Lily Myers?
Nothing that anyone else around here couldn't tell you.
Jimmy.
Do you know who Jimmy Cochran is?
No.
Razy.
Tell me, how long have you been the president of this club?
15 years now, give or take. VP for 10 before that.
Good. Then you can tell me why you stole Lily Myers' paintings from
O
Charles
kurde,
Wade in
tak
86.
prosto z mostu.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but I'd recommend you be careful with wild accusations like that.
Wiem, że to twoja sprawka. Przestań kręcić. Dobra, mogę coś zrobić dla klubu, aby zrobić twoje...
Fine. Is there anything I can do for the club to earn your trust?
You mean like cleaning the toilets? Making coffee? I think we got that covered, Cupcake.
Spare me your sexist bullshit. I can take care of business.
You're nothing like your old man, you know that?
I take that as a compliment.
You do that. In any case, I've had enough of this nonsense. Stop pushing your luck.
Okay.
What can you tell me about the Church of the Holy Trinity?
Do I look like a pious man to you? I've peed on churches.
Okay.
No, you. This may be a weird question, but have you ever met a bald man dressed in red?
I've made a few bald men red. That count?
What can you tell me about the Black Hats?
Black Hats MC was founded in the 60s by my old man, my uncle, and 2 other local bikers. Conwell Springs is the mother chapter, and we have support clubs in 6 other locations across 3 states. There's a total of 16 members here, 12 patch, 4 prospects. I'm the acting president of this chapter as well as of the whole club. Have been for more than 15 years.
The law give you any trouble?
It used to be tough when your granddad was around. He and Truman ran a tight ship.
And now?
Now they try, but Boyks and the boy are a nuisance at best.
I don't need to show. Do you know anything about this flower bow?
Do I look like a florist to you?
Yeah, a little bit.
Crack me up, girl.
Do you know what this is?
Whoa.
What? Do you recognize that?
I saw one of those with my own eyes a few years ago.
Really? Where?
Middle of the woods, the road to the city. Those things came from nowhere and gave me this crazy headache right on the plate in my head. At the time, I thought it was just a nasty case of migraine.
You have a plate in your head?
Yeah, titanium from a shrapnel wound I got in Nam.
I see. Titanium isn't the least bit magnetic, is it?
How the hell should I know? I'm no scientist.
Do you remember where exactly on the road it happened?
No. Like I said, I dismissed it as a migraine. Didn't pay too much attention as to where I was.
Fair enough.
No to lipa. Klucz.
Hey, Bo, any idea of what this key opens?
You ask weird questions, you know that?
No kurwa.
I don't need to show. I don't
Fajki?
care to.
Sorry, darling, I'm trying to quit.
Masz wolne? Nice.
I already showed.
Okej.
Alright,
F.
I'm gonna hit the road.
Right on. I have some business to take care of, but make yourself at home.
Thanks, Bo. See you around.
Kurde, jak to nie chcesz tam pójść? Chcesz tam pójść?
Brian's girl.
Yeah?
I overheard you. I'm Emmett.
Hey.
The boss man isn't usually that grumpy. He's got a lot on his
Cześć,
mind.
Przemcio.
But I think I may know of a way to loosen him up.
I'm all ears, buddy.
Well, Bo and Brian are the double Bs, as we used to call them. They used to have this drink together. Brian came up with it. He called it a Bloodier Mary.
Sounds like my kind of drink.
Yeah, it's basically a Bloody Mary, but with pig blood instead of tomato juice.
I take that back. Gross.
I'm kidding. It's just a Bloody Mary, but with a special
Okay.
ingredient added to it.
If you say that special ingredient is blood, I will literally punch you.
No, Brian refused to tell anyone what it was. He only made it for special occasions. It's probably something uncommon, like a rare herb or some kind of expensive spice.
So let me guess. If I can produce this drink for Bo, you think he would help me out?
It'll make him remember Brian, which should go a long way. He hasn't had that drink since your old man disappeared. Brian was like a son to him. The boss would have died for him back in the day.
O nie.
If he could recall the good times with your father, he might change his mind.
I guess it could be worth a try. But wait, why are you helping me?
You're Brian's kid. That means you're family. We take care of family.
Well, how was that drink compared with a regular
Drink,
Bloody Mary?
zdecydowanie.
Tasted
Obro.
a bit more like pepper and had a punch to it. It usually gave some pretty nasty hangovers. Oh, if you had a lot of them, you'd hallucinate some crazy shit. Pretty wild.
Okej.
Thanks.
You're welcome, darling.
Nie, Days Gone nie jest kijowe, tylko że wtórne cholernie i... Wiesz, po 6 godzinach grania w tą grę zaczynasz, przynajmniej ja tak mam, już mam... Zabierzcie ode mnie, muszę coś innego. Nie jestem w stanie. Może barman
Hey, bartender, do you happen to know how to make a
będzie mógł nam
Bloody
pomóc.
Mary?
You mean a Bloody Mary?
No, this is something different.
Afraid not. I can make you regular Bloody Mary, though, if you want.
Maybe later. I need to figure something out.
All right, then.
Czytałem czat i... Sorry.
Impressive bar. Hey,
You mean a Bloody...
No, this is...
Afraid not. I can make you regular Bloody Mary, though, if you want.
Maybe later.
All right, then.
No, zrób mi normalną właśnie.
Hey, Emmett.
Yeah?
Remind me again. What's...
Tasted a bit like pepper and had a lot more punch. Gave some and if you drank a bunch of them, you'd hallucinate any...
Cóż, na pewno musimy iść po kwiat, bo wiem, że on pachniał pieprzem. Prawdopodobnie halucynacje wywołuje, a właściwie to chyba wiemy, że halucynacje wywołuje, więc... Czy ona teraz stwierdzi, że ma powód, żeby ten kwiatek podnieść, czy dalej nie?
Sorry, endangered flower, but I really need to make a drink.
Wiewiór! A, właśnie ludzie, słuchajcie, bo minęło czasu do przerwy ostatniej. Ja sobie zrobię przerwę krótką i wrócę do was za 3 minuty i będziemy lecieć dalej!